Today, we're going to be talking metaphors. I often ask my clients when we're discussing their goals or the problems that they want to resolve to describe it to me as a metaphor or to paint a picture in their head and describe the images that come up. We use metaphors every day in our normal conversation. I'm stuck in a rut, light at the end of the tunnel, I've hit a brick wall. And we use them because we know that the person will understand the feelings that we're going through. For instance, if somebody came to you and said, oh my gosh, that decision was so hard. It was worse than having a root canal at the dentist. Well, you might not have had a root canal, but I think you could pretty much imagine that it's not a particularly pleasant experience. So by creating those images, we're creating an understanding for the other person. And when I say images, I don't mean images of what will actually happen if you achieve your goal, but of the feelings, but the images that are created by feelings. So they could be quite random to what your actual goal is. So for example, when I was on my coaching course, I was asked to imagine what it would feel like to be a successful coach. I mean, I could just say, well, it's me sitting in a chair talking to somebody and having lots of clients. But that wasn't what they meant. What they meant was for me to imagine the feelings and the pictures that were coming into my head. So for me, I imagined a beautiful wildflower meadow in the middle of a mountain range, surrounded by snow-capped mountains, pretty much like something you would see in The Sound of Music. But to get to that point, I had to walk along a rugged mountain path, which had lots of obstacles in the way, like massive boulders, a cold stream running through it, and it was surrounded by forests. Now, it wasn't an altogether unpleasant journey to get to the meadow, but it was a little bit daunting. How was I going to get through the stream? How was I going to get over the boulders? What about the forest? And for me, those things represented, the boulders and the streams were the marketing that I needed to do to get myself promoted. The trees represented networking, which I absolutely hated. But as I developed the image in my head, I realised that actually there were some stepping stones in the stream, so I didn't need to get cold. I didn't have to go over the boulders. I could go around them. I still had to go through the forest. It wasn't particularly nice. It was a bit dark, but actually as I got further in, it was dappled with sunlight, and there were no monsters in there. And on the other side of the forest were the mountains and the meadow, and Julie Andrews skipping through the field. So now I've given you a little insight into what goes on in my brain. Let's see what goes on inside your brain. What can you imagine? So, what's your goal? When you think about your goal, what feelings come into your head? What images are popping in there now? The first thing. Remember, it can be random. It doesn't have to or shouldn't be related to your actual goal. What's happening in that scene? Are you in it? If you are in it, what are you doing? Where are you? What are you? One of my clients described herself as looking like Sherlock Holmes. Another one said that she was an eagle perched on a ledge overlooking what was going on below. What happened before this scene? What happened prior to it? And what do you think is going to happen next? And how are you feeling about what's going on? Can you work out where you're going next? These are just a few of the questions that you can ask yourself. There are plenty more, and I would suggest that you actually get someone else to do it with you so that you can really draw on your imagination and slowly paint that picture so that you can work out what your final destination is and how you're going to get there. Let me know how it goes. Now get thinking. If you've enjoyed this video, please press the like button. If you'd like to hear more kitchen table coaching, then please press subscribe. And if you feel that you benefit from some one-on-one coaching, then please get in contact. My details will be at the end of this video. Thank you. Good luck.